close. Keep an eye on each other.
It's locked, all right. Fresh blood. The whole building reeks of it. The scent is so strong it makes me dizzy.
Why not betray your trust?
This place reeks of bloodshed.
William, please stop. Just a sip, I promise. You are my dearest friend. You're my last and dearest
This
friend.
creature is bedeviled. I must put it down.
William was an honorable man. I could have saved him.
Mr. Hampton, are you in there?
I knew him well, another lost soul, a kindred spirit.
Sir, listen to the sound of my voice. I'm a doctor. You're suffering from shock.
I must return to my flock. They'll stray without me.
Remember, certain skulls are every bit as resistant as we are.
Who are you? What do you mean by Skal?
You truly are a newborn. I should have realized.
Wait. You are the woman from the bar. Are you like me? Can you help me?
I believe, sir, I already have.
By George and the Saints, you've solved the mystery of these terrible murders. Patience, good fellows, I've come to offer help. Just give me a moment to secure my boat. We can leave this awful place.
William was not the evil man they claimed. He was just taken by the thirst. He needed his drink.
This man requires medical attention. We'll see he gets to the nearest hospital.
No, please, I must tend to my fold. My flock needs me.
There, sir. Go with the good Dr. Swansea. He's resourceful, and I'm sure he'll take good care of you.
You'd best come as well. The sun is soon to rise, and you'll need a place to rest.
I just need a moment. If I can learn something about what has happened to William, I'll be a step closer to understanding what happened to me.
This poor creature can't be my maker. Could it be some subspecies of vampire? I must find a place to analyze the blood.
Where are we headed?
We're on our way to the Pembroke Hospital. It's just across the canal. They'll have a bed for poor Mr. Hampton.
William was... What manner of creature was he?
Predator, prey, villain, and victim. Who can say? The important thing is that he's been stopped.
Duly noted. And the woman? What... Who is she?
What woman?
Oh, don't play me for a fool. You used me to locate that skull. You must know who she is.
And I thought you a gentleman. You shouldn't talk about a lady behind her back, but I will tell you she values her privacy. Were London as peaceful as she appears from the middle of the canal? If only that were the reality of the situation.
To be honest, I've always tried to avoid this part of town.
Pembroke Hospital is the last bastion between the rest of London and the epidemic. The flu has decimated the East End and the war still rages. Welcome to the front lines of a plague.
This is where you work, Dr. Swansea?
I am the administrator of Pembroke Hospital.
I thought you were here in service of your mysterious order, the Brotherhood of...
Of St. Paul's Stole, yes. But first and foremost, I'm a man of science. A physician, like yourself, Dr. Reed.
How do you know who I am?
No need for modesty. You are Dr. Jonathan Reed, a surgeon of some caliber and renown, if I'm not mistaken.
You are correct, sir.
I knew it! I had my suspicions. But when you took the blood sample from the corpse of poor William, I was certain. Dr. Reed. Marvelous.
Have we met?
I attended 3 of your seminars before the war. I have the utmost admiration for your research. And what a turn of fate. England's most esteemed blood specialist returns to London a vampire.
That word, again. From a so-called man of science.
I understand. Traditionally, the role of science is to refute myth, but when myth walks among us, the Brotherhood of St. Paul has dedicated its purpose to their study. There's so much for you to learn.
Of that, you are right.
Well, then let me be blunt. Join my staff at Pembroke Hospital. As a physician. I suspect you'll not find a better post of employment to contemplate your predicament.
This is sudden. I was returning home to see my sickly mother. But alas, that was before contracting this... affliction.
Dr. Reed, take a moment to consider. The post would be for the night shift, providing a good explanation for your absence during daylight hours. You'll be adequately reimbursed and have a place to hide. I even had the forethought to bring some clean clothes. So, what do you say?
It seems I have little choice. But yours is a generous offer, so I thank you.
Brilliant! Oh, Jonathan, this is one for the book, and the beginning of a beautiful friendship.
Dr. Swansea, thank goodness. I was beginning to be concerned.
Worry no more, Nurse Crane, for I bring good news.
Oh, Doctor, what a night. We lost 2 more patients. Nurse Scow said she couldn't take it anymore and resigned.
Yes, well, I'll make a new rota in the morning. In the meantime, find a good bed for Mr. Hampton. Be sure to pay attention to his needs.
Of course, Doctor.
Oh, and Dorothy,
Yes, Doctor?
Dr. Reed here has just returned from the front. He served King and Country and will be joining us here at Pembroke. We're very lucky to have gained a surgeon of his talent, and one so experienced in blood transfusions.
That is good news indeed, Doctor.
Oh, yes. Here at Pembroke, it's not what we have, but what we haven't. It's only thanks to Nurse Crane and the staff that our ship doesn't sink. If you have any questions, just ask her.
Duly noted. Thank you.
Your assistance is required, Dr. Swansea, immediately.
Welcome aboard, Jonathan. We'll catch up after my rounds. Coming, Nurse Crane. I'm coming. I'm sorry, Jonathan. Mr. Hampton needs me right now.
It's locked.
Come on, you bastard! You can do better than that! Nah, it's my turn!
Rotten or oppressive, each heart contains the seed of life. Drink at this river, try it all.
Oh, come on, you bastard! I won't bite!
Sir, please. You've lost too much blood. Calm yourself.
You think I didn't notice? Stop your staring and get me to an hospital, you arse!
Insulting a good Samaritan. Not exactly the way to get rescued.
Alright, sorry. I am in pain here. My guts are spilling out onto the street and you're yabbering on.
Yes. That's a very nasty wound you've got there. Take my word, I am a doctor. Dr. Jonathan Reed.
Name's Clay Cox. I'd appreciate you helping me to a better place, Doc.
Follow me, Mr. Cox. Let me assist you to that better place.
Bring this fading light into the shadows. Dance with him the dance of life and death. No more. Not tonight. Not like this. I will not take another life.
What happened? Did I black out? Whoa, I feel giddy.
It is wise for the huntsman to sometimes let his prey go, but no famished hunter can run for long.
Good evening, nurse. I'm Dr.
Dr. Swansea has already told us about you.
Did he really?
All members of staff have already read about you.
I see.
You must know, blood transfusions are
How are things?
not good, to say the least. We're struggling.
An invisible end?
Sorry, Doctor.
Do you think this hospital...
We are all volunteers here.
I'm not familiar with...
Brilliant professionals.
Most of them.
It would be inappropriate.
Is there...
Well, I have never met someone...
Why should his aim...
I guess it's fair to say he's always...
Nurse Brannigan, if you do know...
No. I made it.
Goodbye, nurse.
I'm not one to make wait, Doctor. I've patients to attend. Come on, I don't have all night. Doctor, where have you been? I've little time to play.
I found a wounded man by the docks. He answers...
Already making the rounds. That's the Pembroke spirit. I'll ask...
Thank you, nurse.
Dr. Swansea insisted we provide you a quiet office. You'll...
Thank you.
Yes, Dorothy Crane. Welcome to Pembroke Hospital, Doctor.
I would like to ask if... And Mr. Hampton, the patient we brought in.
I gave him a sedative to help him sleep.
If you could...
Second floor of the hospital, left...
What kind?
Well, you accepted the job from him. I thought...
Apologies, I've only just met him.
Dr. Swansea is a
It's right to assume Dr. Swansea...
You'll get to know him soon enough, and better than me.
Thank you, Nurse Crane. Good evening, sir.
So it is true.
Do we know each other?
Actually, yes.
Dr. Tippets, yes, I remember. I was assisting Professor Carell in his research about coronary
He was also very confident about your future.
What is the Pembroke...
This hospital is not exact.
It's more than enough.
Don't be misled by appearance.
What is...
This hospital is not exactly the...
It's more than enough.
Don't be misled.
What can you tell...
Some are really good, and
Tell me more.
Nurse Brannigan is a pearl. She is the most...
You really seem to admire...
I'll go even further. If she was a man, she would be a...
Any opinion?
I don't always agree with Dr. Swansea's reserve.
Ah, yes, the birth...
Don't get me wrong.
You're exhausting yourself, Corcoran.
No. We must keep on healing.
Nurse Brannigan.
She should...
You don't have to blame her.
I'm not that kind of man, my dear.
You're exhausted.
No.
Nurse Brannigan. You don't have... Goodbye, Dr. Tippets. Good evening, sir.
I've already heard about you, Dr. Reed.
That's quite a
You can call me Milton. I like to speak...
I'm not sure...
Well, I'm no doctor, but I'm pretty sure a gun...
You have a keen eye.
No need to explain, Dr. Reed.
Do you need any medical...
I'm fine, Doc.
How is the...
You want to hear the situation is all right?
So what...
I've been an ambulance driver.
Since you're...
It's a complete disaster.
It sounds...
Yesterday I got attacked by the patient.
You left an infected...
Go there yourself if you want, but be...
Are you really...
And why not? I've already...
But you're not defending...
You keep people alive your own way, Doctor. I offer them...
I'd like to...
Wise choice, Dr. Reed.
Dr. Swansea is right. This place seems perfect to conduct my research. Good evening, nurse. And I'm Dr. Jonathan...
Well...
How...
It's Sue.
Nurse Hawkins.
I wish I could...
You must... How long?
Or long enough to see that the epidemic is winning.
You're right. How is...
Well, not well.
Why is
Milton's not the kind of man who...
What?
I don't...
Goodbye, Nurse Hawkins.
Disgust on every street corner.
I have wasted too
Good
much
evening,
energy
sir.
for so little.
Can I help you?
Unless you're here to fix my...
I'm Dr. Reed. I've recently...
You guessed right, Doctor.
Soldier.
I'm fine.
How is your stay with us?
Oh, it's bliss.
Can I ask you precisely...
It's the pain, sir.
Can I do anything?
Nurses gave me a bunch of pills.
Who is treating you?
Nobody since the old and tired doctor spoke to me.
You don't seem...
My face hurts so much more when I smile.
Where were you?
I really...
No offense. I was pushing.
You were an officer, weren't you?
Goodbye for now.
Damn. The pain.
I cannot enter. Good evening, Mr. Hampton.
Dr. Reed, is it?
What do you mean?
I was not myself in the factory.
You remained perfectly nice at...
Thank you, Doctor. That's...
How did you end up in...
I had received alarming news about...
Why did...
William was an alcoholic. His addiction, so...
You dared to enter this...
I'm just a man trying to help his friends.
What is the gen...
The situation has always been tough, with a lot...
Who leads the...
Since Clay Cox went missing, it's his wife Edwina who runs the show, with the assistance of her...
Has the gang been...
Ah, no. I've had this nickname.
Do you know Tom Watts? The bar...
Tom? Yes, of course. Always to help.
Who should I avoid?
Not really. Most men and women...
People are still...
How could it be otherwise?
What do you do for a living?
I manage a night asylum for the poor.
Why didn't you use your crop?
That's a very strange question, Doctor.
Are you a...
Not at all.
Have you made...
Not really. But
You never came to see...
You're preaching to the converted.
How do you feel?
I feel exhausted. Beyond exhausted.
You're in good hands here.
Thank you, sir. I believe...
Goodbye, Mr. Hampton. Good evening, sir.
Reed? Yes, I've been informed about...
Does my arrival...
Let us just say that I don't particularly share Dr. Swansea's enthusiasm.
If you have a problem...
Dr. Swansea has imposed your presence on this hospital.
I know we've never met before.
Oh, but I have heard about you.
Aren't you too old?
Don't be ridiculous, Dr. Reed. A simple
Since your tenure in...
Let's just say I'm tired of the
carelessness.
We're here to save lives.
I don't intend to run any radical experiments, Doctor.
Modern medical...
I don't know what you've heard of...
I don't question your skills, Dr. Reed, but you're...
And what
I served in the war just like you. But unlike...
Be careful what you...
I only want you to...
This is ridiculous.
You see? That is exactly what I hate about people like...
It seems...
I refuse to see this...
We can at least agree on some... Thank you for your time.
What can I do for you?
Thank you, Nurse Crane.
Circumstances, I'm willing to...
You always knew.
Good evening, madam.
It's my son who...
I'm Dr. Jonathan Reed.
I'm Beatrice Goswick, mother of Mort...
Good evening, sir.
What can you tell...
Not much to say.
May I ask...
I'm a teacher by profession.
Are you really that...
Yes.
What do you think of your reception?
I have had the uttermost reservation.
Is there something in particular?
Some of the staff were not especially welcoming. I suspect they're not accustomed.
Tell me more about your arrival at the Pembroke Hospital.
The ambulance driver was quite rude, for a start. And that nurse, Miss Hawkins...
What do you mean?
She managed to secure a bed for my son despite the epidemic. It was a relief, but it...
She charged you?
Yes.
I share your concern, Mrs.
I don't expect compensation, Dr. Reed.
Goodbye, Mrs. Good evening.
No, I don't want to talk.
I suppose that this pain...
Yes.
Could you at least tell...
Mortimer.
Do you need any help?
I'm afraid I may, sir.
I will see you... How
So painful,
I'm sure you realize a
Not really.
I see.
Yes, maybe.
Why did your mother have you hospitalized?
My mother just wants the best for me.
Pembroke Hospital may look...
It's not me.
Is your mother bothering you?
That's tempting, Doctor. But you have no idea what my mother is capable of.
Tell me about...
I don't want to talk.
I have to go now, sir.
I'm all right. Don't waste your time with me.
Good evening, sir.
I don't know if a third opinion...
I see.
I'm Harvey Fiddick.
Tell me about...
I'm just a
I was more curious...
I'm a carpenter.
Tell me about the doc...
Strickland and Aykroyd. They both want the...
What do you mean?
I often had professional arguments with Ride.
Are you satisfied?
Well, it's clear that I've chosen a bad time.
I won't lie.
Are you sure you don't want to operate yourself, Dr. Reed?
In other circumstances, you would be right. Goodbye for now, Miss.
I will not let you down, my boy.
Good evening, Doctor.
Dr. Reed. I am Thoreau Strickland. Dr. Thoreau...
Please, could you tell...
I'm a great admirer.
I based my technique...
I'd rather not talk about it.
As long as you're cautious and...
You're not the first one.
What made...
I'm not ashamed to admit...
I'll give you some advice, but...
Of course, sir.
What can you...
Well, it has always been an honor to...
Do you need help?
Well, yes, maybe.
Do you want me to play?
Oh, no, Dr. Reed. But if you went
I see. You seem quite...
I'm convinced.
Questions remain... True. What do you think of Dr...
It's a shame he's so narrow-minded. Dr. Swansea taught me that...
With the influenza and all that's going on...
I believe that if Dr...
So you believe it's just...
Dr. Ackroyd is a...
Tell me more about your willingness to...
Harvey Fiddick is a patient suffering from a severe injury that could cripple him if...
What is it you really want?
Fair question. I want nothing but to say...
Tell me, Mr.
Our first diagnosis was compromised because Mr. Fiddick lied to us about the...
But why would he hide?
Because he is a proud father. Ashamed of putting his...
This personal
I agree.
Do you think keeping...
All I know is that I'm
Goodbye, Dr. Strick. Good evening, Mr. Fiddick.
Good evening, Doc.
Tell me about you.
My wife died because of me. And now I'm a...
How could your...
I was working a double.
You can't hold yourself responsible.
Of course I didn't hurt myself.
Tell me more.
1915. I was in the army.
What happened? How are your children?
They were smaller then.
I'm sorry for your loss.
I would like to say that she didn't suffer. Truth is...
Goodbye for now.
I will not let you down, my boy.
Good evening.
Always a pleasure to meet a colleague.
A colleague?
Not anymore, sir. I used to be...
What do you mean?
No, sir. It is...
Please show me one.
Of course.
It's locked.
I'm sorry you ended up on my plain and cold medical bench, sir. I understand you must be very angry about this unfair situation. I managed to arrange to have you buried in the same mass grave as your wife.
I cannot enter. It's locked, all right.
Not now!
This must be the place. It's definitely away from prying eyes. Relegated to the shadows. A kingdom of my own. At least I won't be sleeping in a coffin. The flower's dying. It needs water. William Bishop's blood is much more unstable than human blood and shows extensive mutation. But this is not what happened to me. I must keep on searching. The sun is about to rise. I can feel it. I'll continue tomorrow night. I have so much time now.